All right, I'm here, and it says I'm live, so I'm going to go ahead and start it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my live broadcast. This is my second live show, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I plan to do on this YouTube channel and what kind of videos I'm thinking about doing or live stream and things like that. I wrote down a couple of notes because my biggest challenge is definitely organization. My brain just floods with ideas constantly, and there's so many of them, and I get so excited about my different ideas that it's so hard to like focus on one thing and just go with it. So I've been doing a lot of like cart. I knew I wouldn't be able to say it. Compart no, like compartmentalizing. uh, with different things. I'm trying to categorize stuff like on my website, for example. I'm using different sections of the site, and I've been trying to like figure out the best system to do things to help me organize my thoughts and organize my projects. And so I've been working on figuring that out for the longest time because that is like the hardest thing for me. Is just like I've been practicing really hard on doing a project and sticking with it and finishing it, hopefully. But a lot of the creative type projects are never ending. They're always evolving. They're always something new going on with them. So, you never know like where you're with it, how long it's going to take. Have a certain thing in mind, like this is going to be okay. I'm going to do this project, and it's point A to point B. But somewhere along the way, point B ceases to exist, and there's more and more and more and more creativity coming in, and like things just keep snowballing into something bigger and better and more evolved, and it'll never stop. It's just like the growth of technology. It all keeps going. And by the way, I'm don't have the best internet connection right now, so I'm kind of checking it out, seeing how things go. My last video, it was not doing so good on the stream health. It gives you a little gauge if you're a YouTube broadcaster, and it tells you how your stream is holding up. Um, and I was actually surprised how okay my video turned out last time, considering the strength of my stream. So I don't have the best stream right now, but at least it's there, and at least I'm still broadcasting. So hopefully I'll have such good luck again. I'm real excited to be doing this stuff with YouTube. I had I have had a couple of YouTube channels in the past, but I hadn't done anything with it for a really long time. And I happened to be logging in for something and came across my um, old account where I was had monetized YouTube videos and found out I had a paycheck waiting for me. So thank you to Google and YouTube for that. That was pretty unexpected and cool. It made my day. And so now I actually have started a new channel, and I'm kind of just going along and seeing what happens with it. But I'm actually gonna make an effort at it this time, and hopefully I'll have more luck. So fortunately, one thing that I have that I didn't have so many of is like friends online and fans and followers and all that awesome stuff. I mean, I had them then, but um, like I had a one channel that had a whole bunch of people subscribed to it, and it accidentally got deleted. It was on my end of things. I didn't realize that I still had the account under somebody else's like email address that I used to live with, and there's a big confusion, and it ended up getting lost, and that was such a bummer. Like I probably have some of the videos still on like hard drive somewhere and stuff, but some of those videos had like so many views, and it was just cool over time to see what had happened with that, and like my longest running channel is long gone. Um, and then I have a couple of like small channels right now, but one of them I've only posted a couple of videos to it. I have like 44 subscribers. Thanks to you guys for subscribing. I don't know. Sorry, that channel was like always pretty lame. I didn't do with it. I need to like do a couple of videos over there and then tell everyone to come here because this is where everything to be happening is at this channel. So definitely please subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about it. I'm not sure exactly like how it works. There's supposed to be a chat, I guess, on the page. So if you're on watching on the YouTube channel, as far as I know, the chat's enabled, but I don't know how it works, and I don't want to mess with it this time around personally, since I'm still kind of figuring things out and gauging how the stream is working, how the sound is working. I know I don't have like the greatest lighting or anything, but I just put together a quick little setup. I do have a better setup in the other room, but the way my internet is set up right now isn't gonna work like that. So um, I'm over here temporarily, but I have all different kind of backgrounds and stuff, and different ideas for shows and things. But so one of the things I was trying to talk about in this video is why I think that the live streaming video is pretty awesome when it comes to um, doing videos online. And now I've done a lot of like video uploads. My site actually is kind of like what YouTube always was, where you just have the videos, and as a matter of fact, you can take your YouTube videos and take the code and just like upload them right into the site. So that's really cool. You can share your super easy. But see, I'm getting off of my train of thought. I should have just stuck with my notes. Um, So yeah, I don't know what my site had to do with this. Now I'm gonna watch it back and be like, oh, I'm stupid. Okay, like sorry. um, I'm gonna look at my list and I'll remember what I was talking about and come back to it. Okay, let's see. So I was just saying like reasons why the live stream is a cool idea. And okay, I know why my there we go. So I'm used to doing like regular just videos and you upload the videos and I've done that for a long time. I got used to the idea of vlogging, um, and I've experimented with all different kinds of stuff as far as that goes, and used different services. This isn't my first time using a streaming service, so I'm familiar with it and how it's different from just uploading a video. There are definitely good and bad things about it. Um, Bad things can be like connection issues and like dropping your connection, bad or choppy video or audio, things like that. You can always have technical difficulties and that kind of thing. And of course, when you're going along and doing a live show, anything could just fly out of your mouth. And I mean, like, you never know. You just never know what's going to happen. Or, I mean, something totally random could happen that I wasn't expecting. Somebody could like run here dance naked, or I don't know, like anything. Not that that would happen. At least I don't think it would. Um, but you never know. So, yeah, yeah, I could ramble about that. Speaking of rambling, there are so many different different topics I'd like to talk about. And am I going to sit there and make the video and take all the time to edit the video and, prepare it? It depends really on the subject matter, what my purpose of the video is, what I'm using it for, what kind of project it's for. Because I do all different kinds of videos and all for all different purposes. Um, you know, Maybe somebody had a question of how to do something on my website, or how to do something with their blog, or how to do something with video editing, or whatever I might be able to help them with. You know, I might just throw together a quick like how to video. But maybe it's a good thing to explain it like this, or I could go and split screen it and do the whole process while I explain it. That might be another good way to do like the live stream like this. But I think in reality, it's probably a good idea in that case to make an actual video if you want to do things like stills of the screen with little diagrams or stuff like that in between, or, do different cuts between me talking and something being displayed on the screen. You can do that in real time, but things don't always run smoothly, and when you're in real time, there's more of that chance of things going wrong. I was super excited once. I do a lot of work with musicians and bands and radio and things like that. And I've done a lot of events with different bands and stuff like that. And I was super excited one time. And I usually bring a few different recording methods with me. I'll have my camera, and then I'll have like something to do video with. Usually it's something just like an iPad or an iPhone that does the job usually pretty decent for what I'm doing. Um, or, I'll bring an audio recorder and just get audio. And it's for a laptop and hook up, the right microphones and things with that. And I'll take video with that. I can bring like 4 or 5 different items to a band show, for example, and have them at different angles, have them at different places, because you know what? Something's always going to go wrong, something's always going to malfunction, and at least you've got something that worked because you brought so many different things. One thing I was super excited about once was I went to this band show and I decided that I was going to do a live streaming video of their performance. Great. They've never had that done before. It's going to be awesome. And I thought it was cool. I also had an audio recorder, which I probably tucked it in my top somewhere so I could carry it with me without having to mess with it, or maybe in my waistband. Um, but it was a nice little recorder you could just tuck wherever, so it's just there picking up the sound. Um, then I've got my digital camera hanging around my neck, and and then I was doing the live stream off of my phone, and once I got back, like it was so cool to be able to do that without doing it, and the band thought that was awesome. But when it got down to it, I was left with like the most degraded, horrible looking video. It was so blurry. It was so the sound was all distorted. It was awful. It was choppy. The connection wasn't great when it uploaded, so it was just a mess. You know what? I would have given anything after I saw how it turned out to be able to have just done the video and edit it and had it nice and clean and good quality, because it would have been a great video, not been me. And I can't times I wish done both at the same time, or I would have had the certain angle at the same time. Especially when I started out doing the radio stuff, band interviews, having bands in the studio to do live recordings like that. We had some pretty nasty bad equipment. I mean, like I don't have anything amazing. I've upgraded quite a ways since back then, but I'll have to dig up some of the videos sometime. I know I have some of them. Like I even went and bought this. I thought it would be a idea to go from having a camcorder that has like little bitty tapes in it to a little bitty DVD. That like the worst mistake ever. The quality was so bad it didn't matter what your lighting looked like. It was horrible, dark and grainy. And then it turns out that this model of camera had all kinds of issues with improperly formatting the disc, so that everything that you filmed and spent your hours of time on completely didn't work at all. I lost so much stuff because of that. Or like technology going bad, computer. Oh, I've gone to massive events that cost me thousands of dollars to be a part of to go promote myself and my business, and only to have like after a couple of days my computer just totally die and I lose everything on the hard drive, and I haven't of course had time to back it up, or I just deleted it off the camera for whatever reason and it's completely gone. Technology will always fail. You always want to have multiple methods of recording, or whatever. Like right now, I mean, I did a test and it turned out okay, but for all I know, I mean, like, what if my sound wasn't working? Or what if I'm looking at myself moving, but somewhere along the line there's a total frozen connection, and you guys are looking at me going like, making some messed up days for 20 minutes. Well, I think I'm just going about my time doing my video. But all right, rambling on some more. So, along with like doing all the different topics, the live stream is awesome because who wants to sit there anymore and edit? I'm yes, yes. If I'm really into a project, maybe I have a client that I'm doing some like really professional presentation for, and I'm going to do like, something really nice for them. Then I'll take the time to put it all together and do nice intros and outros and nice, crop everything, adjust the lighting or whatever I need to do with a really nice video editing software and, really go for it. Kind of like how to do stuff like that, how to make things interesting. I'm always telling people all the time, like these days, reality TV, I understand how they can call it reality TV because I've personally done the same thing with my friends. You record tons of stuff, tons and tons of stuff, and you could be just like goofing off with your friends, right? But a video, you get all the interesting, exciting parts and mesh them all together and make a cool story. So you go ahead and you do that, and you got your story together, and now like suddenly you guys just have the most awesome life, and people love to watch you. Um, that's how you do it. So it all starts somewhere. See, like one day I could take this video where I'm just like rambling on about random stuff, pick out my favorite parts, edit them together in a cool way. I mean, for real, I could have like pieces off of this video and pieces off of a video from 6 months from now, but somehow I can make them all go together and do something cool that didn't exist before. Can always mess around and do stuff like that. But for now, I mean, just talking about the stuff, I have so much to say. Am I going to sit there and do all that in a video? No, because I'm just going to sit there and think about what should I say, like the whole time. But you just got to talk about stuff and then eventually it'll all come out. That's the way I look at it too. I used to do a lot of public speaking. I actually first I had a job where I had to demonstrate things. I used to be very afraid to talk to people, to approach people, but I had a couple of jobs I ended up in that involved like very upfront customer service type of stuff, demonstrating things and explaining things to people. And then I got offered this teaching job as a result of that, and it was really cool. But you like learned a ton of stuff, and then you went and talked in front of hundreds of people, um, and not only spoke to them but entertained them, educated them, whatever. Um, and it all. I could go on forever. I'm doing it again, but yeah. I don't know. My brain just goes. I tell you what. Okay, so yeah, I like to not have to edit things sometimes. That's nice. Now I'm gonna go back and watch this and go, oh, I really should edit this. There's so much garbage in here, but it's a live broadcast. That's what we're allowed to do. And one of these days, I'm sure I'll figure out like the chat part and we can talk. Thanks for watching me so far. By the way, also my viewers today. I appreciate it. I didn't get out there like a whole bunch ahead of time and promote. I did for a couple hours. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a show tonight, and I'm gonna do and then like, oh, it's in an hour, oh, it's in a few minutes, and a few places and stuff. So at least some people will check it out live, and then I'm sure lots of other people will catch it later. So thank you to everybody watching. I really appreciate it. And I'm gonna want to hear from you. I'm sure I will. And we'll get some good conversations going, I'm sure, and we'll do some interesting things with the live broadcast. Um, it would be nice, like I used to do a lot of live shows where it was me and a couple other girls, or occasionally a guy, whatever, and it's nice to sit there and have someone to have a conversation with. Fortunately, I'm because I do radio, I'm I like to think I'm all right at carrying on some sort of conversation by myself. So, but it is nice to have verbal feedback and someone to bounce ideas off of. And I do have some really awesome friends that I'm sure would love to join me sometimes. So, as far as somebody regular, I don't know at this point, but I definitely have some people that, I could say, hey, what's going on, and let's get on the show together, and we'd have a great time. For me personally, I'd love to do a split screen. My internet connection right now, though, I don't think would be so happy about that. Fortunately, I have a neighbor, a good friend, helping me out with internet connection right now. For those of you that don't know, I was in the hospital with some really serious problems. So my internet and a couple of things, the bills got behind because of that. So while I'm catching up, he's helping me out. Thank you so much. You know who you are. You're the best. Couldn't be here without you, and I'm so very grateful. And there's so many people I'm so very grateful for. Thank you for being here with me through everything. If you don't know, you can ask. I don't know if I'll ever make any videos about it or anything. Like trying to just keep keep on moving on and be positive and feel good and keep getting stronger all the time. So um, let's see. So I think I was trying to remember like where I described tonight's show, like, and to who, and what I said I was going to cover, because I did take notes, and I guess I should just keep covering it. I was kind of nervous about, I had no idea how long it's going to turn out to be. I make my page of notes, but one of the things I learned while I was teaching and doing all the public speaking was that, you get really nervous, especially when you just learn something and you have to go present it and be knowledgeable about it and teach people about it. And you just learned it like last night. And now you're supposed to be, you know, the one that knows it all. And how do you pull that off? And you're just so nervous. That used to be like a huge anxiety thing for me. Right before I would go talk to these hundreds of people, and I would just be so afraid. And I'd get up there, and all it is those first couple of words, getting them out. And once you get past that, you know it, and you just keep going, and you use what you got, and you talk to the people, and you connect with the people. And you might, for some reason, I mean, for me, like in that situation, a lot of times, I don't know how I'm doing it. It's almost like autopilot in a way, but somehow my brain keeps me going, even though it's like really surreal, and somehow it turns out well. So that's super cool, and it's kind of like that with this too. I wrote a page. I have like some bullet points, but it's like a notebook page, probably half the lines used. And I'm going, well, first, I mean, I was thinking about what to make the video about, because I have so many topics I'd like to cover, and I have such a hard time deciding which one to do and which ones to tie into each other or which ones to leave separate. And so I wrote my list, and I'm kind of like, I think I'm somewhere. But I was looking at this list going, this video could turn out to be like 3 to 5 minutes long. I'm not sure how long I've been doing this right now, but I'm pretty sure it's definitely longer than that, and it will get longer. That's also another good thing about the live stream is that you can have a conversation. You can sit there and get it all out. That's a big thing for me because, like I said, I have so many ideas going on. I'm always concerned that I'm not communicating effectively because I got this bit of an idea and I want to share this with you. But then I got this thing over here and I want to share that too. But I'm not sure how, if I'm putting them together in a cohesive way or if I'm just like, here's this and here's this. And somehow it makes sense in my brain, but does it really make sense to you? And so, I'm always trying to figure out how to kind of fit it all together to make it make sense. Um, so I was going to mention different topics that I'm interested in talking about, but I know this is going to be just a very short list because I come up with all these ideas and I might be like thrilled about these 5 or 10 topics today and for the next week or the next month. But I mean, who knows? I could learn something in the next week, and all of a sudden, boom, like here I go on another exploration. It's not necessarily that I'm always bored with the last thing, but it's really more like I just get so excited about new stuff. And so my brain never wants to stop. I want to just keep on expanding upon those new things. So I just wrote a quick list, and I'll just go over like a couple of those, and then maybe I'll, summarize. But to move on a little bit through the list, I put internet and social media marketing. So that's kind of like a slash, internet marketing, social media marketing, any combination of that. I do a lot of that kind of stuff. And so I'm realizing when I'm deciding, like, I've been doing a lot of research on my website and different keywords and different things to do videos, different topics to do videos about. And that's something I worked in it a lot for a lot of years. And I'm starting to realize that there's a lot of stuff that I know that a lot of people don't know. And maybe I can help them to learn that. So that's definitely something that I'm going to be talking about. Um, Web design and advertising, also things I've been dealing in for a very long time. Web design especially, but advertising for quite a few years now. Health and fitness is something that I'm always working on. Sometimes I suck at it, but I try. I have had some major health struggles. So, but I try to be healthy just for myself. I have gone through some hard times and fallen down from that quite a few times. And usually I'll find my way back up. But I have had some major health obstacles over the last couple of years. So, you know, um, trying to be healthy and well is important to me. So that's something I'll definitely talk about. I had mentioned in one of my videos that I just did that I'm getting ready to do my Fitbit again. It actually, the one that I'm wearing right now, matches my outfit. I didn't realize it until I sat down in front of the camera, and I'm like, oh, hey, cool, I match. Awesome. I have a few different bands. But I just started again the last couple of days, and I'm doing lots of different like health challenges where you can actually win money for participating in them. So, and it's a lot of fun, and you get to get together with other people and get motivated. So, I'll be talking about that, and you know, all of us could use being healthy for sure. Um, let's see, video game design. I'm not very good at it. It's something that I'm still pretty new at. I'm still learning, but I'm very interested in. I did build a 3D virtual world that you can interact in. Um, and it was somebody else's game, but you can completely build your whole everything from yourself to what you wear to your home to your business to whatever, and you can totally e-commerce the whole thing. I learned doing that initially, but then I've been learning to build a 3D virtual video game completely from scratch. And I'm not a programmer, so I've been teaching myself some programming and just learning lots of different things, but there's a lot more to know. I know some stuff about graphic design, but I need to learn things about animation and like creating assets and just all this. The programming stuff is the scary part, but it's always the part that I'm like, I keep trying to tell myself, just like there's things that I get mental blocks about, and I get stuck on like I don't want to learn that. That sucks. But it's like sometimes eventually I can just be like, okay, just like go for it. Let's like, just bust through that barrier already. Like climb over that mountain. Because once you get there, it's such a like, oh, I did it and this is awesome and now I can do this. And so I've been, it's like little bites at a time. It's so difficult for me to like wrap my brain around for some reason. I can do so many other things, and I know I can do that too. I just have to keep trying. Um, and I'm self-taught in a lot of stuff like that too. So it takes a while, and it takes trial and error and frustration. But I'll definitely be talking about things like video game development because that's something I'd like to keep learning about doing and keep progressing in the future. It's I don't know. I think it's kind of fun. And then online radio and music promotion, radio airplay. That's something I deal with every day. That's what I do. I grew up being taught about art and music and things like that. Aside from my basic education, those are some of the extracurriculars I was regularly involved in. And it's led me to where I am today. I deal with musicians, and when I say I deal with musicians, I talk to musicians regularly. I've built really pretty good relationships with a lot of them, especially the musicians that have become a part of my website. We all work together, helping each other out. You know, whenever they're doing their thing on the website, it motivates me to help them out and spread the word about them, get the word out about their music, get them heard, get their videos seen. Get them people to meet up with them and network and all that kind of stuff. And I really, a lot of people might not know that about me, is that I don't just play music from random people like that I've never met before. I really, everybody that I play their music, except for maybe there's a very few, but yeah, the majority of the music I have played on my radio station is people that have come to me directly for radio airplay, or it's somebody that I have gotten to know over a long time and have worked together with, and just gotten to know, become friends with. I mean, some of my I always call them my musicians. I hope nobody ever takes it personally. You're my musicians. I love you guys. Um, and girls, but guys, in a general sense. Um, but yeah, I love doing this, and I love getting to know people. And I mean, I get to hang out with people and have fun, and I mean, in real life. And a lot of people I've met from online, and it's just been a great relationship over time, and it just grow over a period of time. So, but I definitely will talk a lot about online radio, music promotion, rare play. I can play music of my musicians, but I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. I definitely, all the people that I play their music, I have full permission to play their music. Um, and, they want me to play their music. But I'm just, I don't want to cause anybody any grief or any trouble. If anyone wants to tell the proper way to submit all the information to YouTube, that'd be cool. Cause like I know you're supposed to have documentation, and last I checked, you're supposed to send things by mail and all these things. But I didn't feel like going through all that. This was years ago. But so for now, I'm just gonna talk and do my thing, and not deal with all that for now. It's just too much. You can listen to them on the radio and meet them on the website. All the musicians that join the website can upload their own music and videos and stuff, and we're all our happy, friendly little community. So I enjoy it. It's very fun. So yeah, lots of radio stuff to talk about. And then I talked some about, I'm going to be talking about things like making money online, because I've tried so many different ways to make money online. And that's always been a goal of mine, is to be making enough money online that I can travel, basically, go anywhere I want. As long as there's Wi Fi, I can go do some work, make my money, take care of what I got to take care of. But it would be really nice for me to be able to do that. And I've always wanted to do that, and I'm getting closer and closer to actually doing that more. I have done that some already. Um, for those of you that have been around regularly, know, like, Florida, I've been down there a lot. I've done a little up business in Illinois. Just a couple of people trips, possibly to Los Angeles, but we don't have anything set still yet, so working on it. But yeah, I definitely know some things about making money online and how to go about it, and different. I could tell you what has worked for me so far, and like where I've actually made money, um, versus what is kind of like not so worth the effort. But I can tell you that it's something that takes a lot of practice and a lot of learning and a lot of experimenting, and it's trial and error a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. I mean, it's taken me forever to. There's ways, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of ways to make money online, but it's not like necessarily ways that I would want to make money online. So, to find a way to make money online that I enjoy is the biggest thing for me that I've been working on forever and ever. I tell you how many times people have told me to get a regular job, and I have. I've gotten, I get my regular job and all this stuff, but I get real bored and stuff with the regular job before too long, or I end up with health problems and end up having to leave the job because I, couldn't handle it physically. Um, so I keep just doing my online thing and just keep working it all the time. So that's what I do, and that's what I'm gonna keep on doing. So I can teach you what I know about that kind of stuff. And actually, I've been working on that on my website. I've been starting a lot of groups of like, here's this. Like I don't know a ton about making money on YouTube, for example, but I know enough from what I have learned over the years in my social media marketing and like how it all works out, especially when it comes to selling advertising. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been learning. That's what I've been working with. So I have a good grasp on the concepts behind it. So I've been like, I have a group about YouTube, and how it all works, basically. I have a like here's how you use I just people and my site members are asking me these things like you know they had questions about Alexa rank and how that all works, and so I'm like, okay, well, that gives me like I can kind of start a little group of people that want to know, and I can give them the information that I know, and then other people can add their own information, and we can all like grow with it together. And I mean, it's great because I have the ability to grab a YouTube video that might be about that subject and it can go right into my website where everybody can watch it. Plus, of course, it gets more views to whoever made the video on YouTube. So it's a win 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 win. And then another, like the last thing that I wrote in this list of stuff that I will probably be talking a lot about on my live shows and my YouTube channel is like personal stories of mine, kind of like my vlog, what's going on in my life. Just because, I got a lot of people I talk to regularly online and they like to know that kind of stuff. So that and like goals of mine, things that I'm striving towards, things that I'd like to try, or just kind of results of things that I might do. So it'll be a definite learning experience and hopefully entertainment for everybody. So I can't say that I'm like the funniest, most joking person ever. It's funny, actually, because I did radio with a couple of girls for a long time, and one was, I mean, her whole thing was based on being funny. And I mean, it was, and then there was this other guy that we were doing a show with that wanted to like, he did a broadcast for his show with us on the air, and they are both comedians, like complete comedians, and I'm just sitting there like I'm super like totally just kind of more serious and like down to earth, I guess. And they're like, hey, the guy was just like, you are not funny at all. Like I did not claim to be. I mean, I can goof off once in a while. Don't get me wrong. In my weird moves, and I will crack jokes, and so I'm not totally freaking lame, but I'm not a comedian, and I will not try to crack jokes on purpose, usually, unless I'm in my mood. So I don't know. From time to time, you never know. Anything goes. And yeah, I mean, so that was those are some of the topics. I could go on and on and on and on. I've done so much like looking into keywords that I've been all pumped up about all these different ideas that I've gotten, and I've spent several days and typing out. I've been typing like lists of. I've been going through my website and like going to different main pages, like group pages, for example, like the homepage to a group about a certain topic. And I've been looking up what keywords are like really searchable for that. And so, okay, I have this group, so I'm going to make videos now for this group and use those keywords, and then I'm going to put them in that group, and then everybody's going to find them and be happy, and it's going to be beautiful, and blah, blah, blah. I know. It doesn't sound all that exciting, but I'm a nerd like that. I don't know, it's what I do. So, yeah. I think that's, I mean, I don't know. Look, I've done like 40 minutes, which is not bad at all. And I don't know if my videos are going to usually be like, an hour long. An hour is pretty good, I think, if I have enough to talk about. If I have a good topic, if I plan out the show, I think I can pull off an hour by myself. It can be challenging if you don't have, I mean, especially if I'm like in a off mood or something, and then I'm just sitting here like, what do I say? No, but I think I'm doing all right, right? I don't know. Let me know. Comment and let me know. I definitely want to get people involved in the channel and get people commenting. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for sure, and I'm gonna have all like anytime there's any links or anything that information that has to do with the video topic or any other stuff you might need to know, of course, check it out in the description. And you can always share or embed my videos. And like I said too, you can definitely put them on my website, but I know you can put them on your website or like wherever. Put them all over the place. Plus, in that YouTube group that I just recently made on the website, I'm going to try and teach you as I go, like how, I mean, like I said, I have a good idea how to make money and how the whole like monetization thing works with YouTube. Um, and I have confidence that I can do it and be good at it. And so I'm just kind of giving a step by step kind of group and videos and like different discussion topics about how you can do the same thing. And it's kind of geared to people that might not have so much video creation experience. I mean, I've been working on editing videos and making videos for quite a few years now, like probably, oh my gosh, like I don't want to say the last 10 years, but probably at least the last 10, yeah, at least the last 10 years I've been learning to make videos. Um, and when you don't know all that stuff, when you haven't gotten a chance to learn, when you haven't known people that deal with this stuff every day, like I mean, I've dealt with audio and video and that regularly for years, and it still can be impossible sometimes. I mean, from your equipment not working to things not recording right to things not rendering correctly to I mean, your sound is messed up or your video's flickering or I mean, it's skipping. I there are so many things, your frame rate just doesn't match up right. I mean, there are so many different things that could possibly go wrong. And for somebody that knows what they're doing and to still have days where you just want to rip your hair out and throw your computer out the window, I mean, I can help you out the best I can. I still do. I have a hard time. Like sometimes it's tough because I don't know everything about every browser and every operating system and every smartphone and every tablet and how things render in every single device. I do look in like for example my website. I look at it these days at least. I was very like prone towards Firefox for a lot of years, and I always had somebody, a business partner, that said, still pay attention. You got to pay attention for that's what people use most. These days now, though, it's all your smartphones and tablets. Whole nother ball game. But you got to try and look at your stuff in as many different formats as you can to make sure that it looks the right way. And when you don't, when you're not used to doing that, when you're new at doing all this, that is really, really overwhelming. Like, it's just like, are you kidding? I mean, like, I have a hard enough time in one browser figuring all this out. Tell me I gotta make it compatible for all of them, and they're all different, and like everything has its own set of rules. It's a lot. It's so much to deal with, and you know, kind of. Now I'm looking. You know, it says that I'm okay. Maybe I don't know. Hmm. I don't know. It says that I'm streaming, and it says that I'm not. I think that I am. I still see myself moving on the screen over there. Hopefully, is it still counting time? Yeah, the timer's still going. And it says, like I think my stream health is kind of still trying to hang in there, but I think we're doing okay. I wonder how bad the lag is. Like, I wonder how long I'm gonna keep talking on the screen after I stop. I can't, it'll be great once I can get my own internet back, but you know, due to financial things at the moment, it's going to be a little while. I'm just so very grateful again that my wonderful neighbor is helping me out. Oh, cool. Okay, it says the stream health is good again. So, and now it's not so good, but at least it's not horrible. It says it's yellow. It goes like a stoplight. So it's yellow right now. We're having some cautionary moments, but hopefully you can still hear me all good and everything. Oh my gosh. See, I'm getting off topic again. And I started to, you know what else? I started to kind of like, I think, fill in time a little bit because I'm like, oh, I want to see if I can comfortably make it to an hour. We're at 46, just over, like, it was 46 and a half minutes into the live broadcast. And I want to also thank you again for hanging out and watching and also sharing, liking, commenting, and all that good kind of stuff. Oh, but so yeah, I was talking about, I can help you like learn how to make videos or learn how to live stream. It's good to know certain things, good to know somebody that knows what they're doing a little bit. I'm not a lighting genius, but I've had enough struggles with lighting to kind of like have some good concepts of like what to do to make your, you know, video a better color or less grainy looking, or fix certain shadows on your face. um, but it can be really difficult, especially if you have the wrong light bulbs. It could be instead of having like yellow tinted light bulbs, those you don't want to have those. You want daylight bulbs, or you know what I mean. Hey, best light you could possibly have is actual daylight. If you don't want it in the wrong place though. You don't want it behind you because it'll just make you like look all dark and blurry, or distort your picture. That's another video. But I'm just saying, like, I can help out with stuff like that and help you out getting started. Or like, say you have a website, or say you have a blog and you want to learn how to create good content that you can make money off of with advertising. That's a thing that also it doesn't happen overnight. It's a building process. You have to build your brand and your reputation, and kind of get established. It takes a long while, and you have to know a lot. If you don't know a lot about blogging, for example, I mean there is a lot to actually know about how to do it properly with how to do it, as to not damage your website or somebody else's. Um, Lots and lots to know, just things that you've never thought of if you're not doing this on a regular basis. So, and definitely that's another reason if you, want to find out more, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to say it one last time, and all my links of anything you could need are going to be in the description for any of the videos. I know I've got a couple of social media links down there right now, and trying to think, there's probably not really any like video specific links that I need to put in there, I don't think. But I don't know. So yeah, I could drag this out another 10 minutes. I don't think I'm going to, just because I think that everything that I have on my list here I've covered pretty thoroughly for now. And I'm gonna watch back over the video later, and see, like take some notes of my own and see if I have any unanswered questions based off of what I've talked about today. And then I have, like I said, lots and lots of topics. I just have to decide which one to do first and what what the goal of my video is, how I'm going to use it, where I'm going to put it, and that type of thing. But I definitely like this live stream format, so I'm going to do that for sure. Lots and lots more. And then, yeah, I'll work on getting the chat figured out and get people involved, and we can just all interact, hang out together, and have a good time. So that's it for me for now. But thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic night, and I will